this all set up here. Try something a little different today. Hey gang, welcome. This is Daren with Madcaptoys. I'm going to be in here. Kathy's over on the far side of the table over here. And we're going to try something a little different. We're going to talk to you a little bit as we work and discuss a few topics, semi-importance, but, you know, just basically shooting the breeze with you as we go. Let you sort of know how we work and how we roll here. I've got a lot of little jobs, done a few so far. Came back basically from doing a post office shipping. Not a very big order today. Kathy, about how many do you think we shipped?
Oh, goodness. Not very much. Less than 10.
Less than 10 items. So it's been slow. We've had a few slow ones. Now today, so far, I think we've got about 6 sales going on the sites, maybe 7. I've been hit all of a sudden with the Poshmark sale, which is good. We've got a few, I think, maybe 1 or 2 on Mercari, and the rest of them are all on eBay, which is very, very good. I like to really get those eBay sales because to me it's the most important of all of them, because honestly, we're paying for it. So
right. You
guys that know how that works, you know, if you're paying for something, you want it to be the main producer. So that's very important to me. Yesterday, we're going to be, I'll show you a few things we're going to be putting on. Now, as you guys know, we are selling at our Madcaptoys site. We're selling more than action figures and toys nowadays because we're just basically evolving our sales preferences because toys is so seasonal. And I'm been into coins forever, done that, currency, and various other things. I can't think of Hot Wheels, diecast, etc., which is basically more toys. But basically today I'm going to start out, we're going to be selling things like this guy here, Thanos, and we're going to be putting some of that on. While I'm doing that, I'm going to be talking basically to you guys. I appreciate the videos. The views on my videos have been really, really picking up. Many of you guys know I've had, if you look at my ID, I guess would be what it would be called, from YouTube. We've been on there for several years, but we really just sort of hit and missed it, spot used it. We've decided this last year to basically, hey, let's start doing what we do, showing what we do, and just make a go of it. We had a really nice video go big time for us. It was 15,000 plus views, which to us is our viral video. I know that a lot of people, that's not viral. Well, it's not to a lot of people, but to us, was our high watermark at the time. And for just basically having no videos hardly on there at all,
right,
that was good for us. But, you know, we're trying to get it to go. We appreciate each and every individual's comments and all. And we appreciate your thoughts and your ideas. I did have one comment that I thought I wanted to break down a little bit more because I felt like the comment was really good. And I want to tell him, his name is Jay Mabber. I'm just going to put it like that because you guys can see the comment. It is there in its entirety. And I want to sort of answer him because sometimes when I type Jay or anybody, my thoughts can cross due, and I may not get everything out like I want to get it out when I'm typing it. But he said, and I agree 100% with him, he said basically any interaction on YouTube is good. That being said, as an eBay seller, any interaction on your goods is good activity, even a poor offer. And I'll agree to that point, that any activity, interest, search, click-through, etc. is good, except for the poor offer. Because even though somebody's making a poor offer, guys, I have had, well, just this last week, we've had at least a dozen times where you'll get a quote-unquote poor offer. And a lot of times, a lot of that's in the same day, right? And you'll say, no, thanks, or whatever the case is. And it's basically because it's a ridiculous offer, okay? I mean, Like Kathy and I was talking yesterday, we had a $498 certified coin that got offered $100. Now, I don't know if Jay watched the entire of the video or what have you, or just commented on the title, because a lot of times people will just comment on the title, because we will take and see our average viewer length, and it doesn't mean everybody's length is that way, but your average viewer come in, for instance, on that title is about 6 minutes 51 seconds or so, 8 minutes. I mean, it depends on what period of day, how many people are sitting down, just letting it run in the background as they work, etc. and so forth. But, you know, even if you do it for just a minute, I'm thankful, guys. I don't care who it is. But he basically said even a poor offer. Guys, the problem that I'm trying to make here, without being a real, you know, hateful individual, is that a poor offer is no offer. It's a waste of time offer. If you've got a $500 item and somebody's offering you $100, come on. First off, I also, when in my response, explained a little bit to Jay that you've got to count as a seller. The first thing, 15% is the bottom line fee on average. Now, there's a little variance to that with eBay and other sites. But I had a person I know, seller on eBay, that way pushes promotions. All right, various styles and what have you. We basically do basic promotion unless Kathy's done something I'm unaware of. And we don't go, Kathy, what's our highest that we go on that?
On promotions?
Yes.
Depends on what it is and what time of year it is, honestly. Yeah. It could be anywhere from 15% off, 20% off.
Yeah, but I'm saying when we do the promoted listings, like what are we offering eBay to promote the thing?
Under 5.
Okay, we stay 5, and I'd say at best, once in a while, I have pushed certain items I'm trying to move at, 10%. Excuse me. Okay, so let's just do the 5%. Well, eBay's fee is 15 at bottom. On average, you're looking at 20% off. You guys that are sellers know that I'm not making that number up out of my head. But let's say 20% for what you're doing on average. At the 5%, you're already 25% down. So if you take that amount, you basically have 75% of the number left to recoup your original purchase price of the item, and that other is a profit. Right? Okay. And that's just simple math. Not doing figures, not, hyperbole, nothing like that. That's simple. Well, when you have people offering you, for instance, on a price of $400, let's say, $500, 20% of the original price that you're asking, that's ridiculous. Not only are you going to lose, you're going to lose big time, because out of that $100, you're going to be paying probably, let's see, at the very least $20 to $25 in fees. And are you charging shipping? Are you giving it to them free? I don't know. So all this stuff really sort of matters. And then you've got to think, most of the time, like us and others that I know, you're having to buy the shipping supplies, the packing supplies. You're going to have to either call to order it to get it picked up, or you're going to have to drop it off. And most of the time, guys, what we do is we do a lot of drop off. And the reason we do the drop off is because we have to go, let's say, do a few runs in between there, like the bank, what have you. Now, there's business things that you have to do. But anyway, what we're doing basically today, guys, is we are going to be starting with Thanos. And we're going to be listing him. And I'm going to list him. And Kathy's got our phone going. In the eBay store today. So let me get started here. Oh, I just made another sell. And let's look at those sells right now. I know I got one on Poshmark. Okay. I've sold 1919 silver mercury dime, good condition, $12.98. I sold 3 1891 Indian cents. I'm assuming that's all together for, let me see, is that right? Maybe. I'm not sure about that. Yep, that's right, because I'm selling them individually for $3.98. I sold them counting shipping for $13.98. Excuse me. I sold a Hot Wheels HWFI Racer car for $12.63 counting shipping. And again, the totals I'm giving you guys is with shipping. Macari, have I got anything there? I think I do, but I'm not sure. Let's see here. 16 hours ago. And then, Kathy, what was it that sold on Poshmark, if you have that information?
Jegging, a little Cat and Jack jeggings, rainbow jeggings.
Rainbow jeggings, okay. All right.
That means jeans / leggings,
yeah.
folks, jeggings.
I would not have known that. Yeah, but it's something she sewed, and hey, I'm thankful. You know?
It was from our Eddie Pierce buy. I paid roughly about $2.50 for this jeans. Sold them for $19.
Okay. And then going on though with our comment, and I'm going to move past this, but I'm just trying to touch some areas because some of you guys will read the comments, but you don't comment the comment. And I know a lot of that's because you don't want to get into any kind of dynamics here that could be awkward and uncomfortable. I know that. That's why I sort of do this. I'm not attacking anybody here, okay? Everybody has their right to the opinion, and unless people get attacking, and so we don't block people. Now, I have blocked a few, but if you look at, since I've been on here, I think I have like 12 people I've ever blocked. So I don't know if other people just let them run, rant and rave, but you know, to me, if you attack another commenter, I don't care who the commenter is, in any way that comes off to me hostile, it's got to be hostile. I will block you because I want people to feel comfortable here. I want everybody's viewpoints to be put on here aloud, and the whole point of comments is discussion, whether it be mine or whether it be theirs. I want discussion because that's how we all live, that's how we all learn, and frankly, that's how we can make all of our stores better and more profitable.
Correct.
But his comment went on and said, the best advice I ever received was instead of blocking the person, send a counteroffer because that creates more engagement. And then his comment, toughen up. Okay, so that's basically a slight against us, which, whatever. If that's the worst you get, then, you know, come on. But anyway, like I said, my point with this here is, look, I don't know who gave you the advice, but it's bad. All right? And you're getting that from me here on a video. It's bad advice because offers are good. All right? Yes, I'll agree with that. If they're conducive offers, if they're possible offers that you as a seller can take the time and make money on or make a deal. At the end of the day, a lot of people seem to forget we're here to close deals. I'm not here to email back and forth. I'm not here to just fill time with offers that go nowhere. We're here to close a deal. Maybe, you know, some people need to read The Art of the Deal, you know, closing the deal. You may not agree with everything in there. I don't. But you just take and you look at it and you say, what can I learn? What can I apply? And go from that point. But the idea is here, send a counteroffer. All right. So what counter or offer should a guy send if you're offering a $598 coin certified and your first offer is $100? If I offer 575, 550, 500, 450, I can guarantee the guy's not going to take it. Because where he's starting is so low, we're not even in the same galaxy. You know, that you sort of got to ask yourself, what's the point of the comment on that end of it? I get the idea, but the point is you have to have something that's really a serious offer to work with. Because you have to ask yourself, as the seller, what did you pay for it? Well, I can look it up and see. I can go and look and figure out what it is. But, come on. Sometimes buyers need to get their heads out of the ground and, like I said in the last video, just sort of make offers that if you was the one selling it, before you make an offer, ask yourself, what do you think as a buyer would be a fair offer this guy or gal may accept from me? Because I've got news for you guys. Most buyers want to accept offers. I do. My wife does.
Yes, sir.
Because you want to close the deal. You're not wanting to keep stuff there forever. You're wanting to close a deal. And this idea of toughen up, it's not about being tough or not being tough. It's about being practical.
Right.
To me, my way of looking at it in that sort of response would be grow up. Okay? That's exactly what I have said to people that have come in and tried to deal with me before when I had Madcaptoys, and they'd bring me in a big bunch of toys, and they'd say, hey, I want $2,000 for this set of toys. And then you have to go through the whole stick, the whole line, and say, look, I'm not going to give you $2,000 because at the very least I'll have to sell them for $4,000. Think about that, $4,000 to just make a profit, guys. That's before you turn a dime, pay bills, pay staff, pay lights, water, insurance, etc. You've got to make $4,000, right? So think about that. So, that's sort of you need a grow up moment on that thought. I get the idea of toughen up because there's some people that wimpy and whiny about everything, but it's not about being tough, guys. It's about being practical and business minded. If you think an offer is, just to be honest, a dumbass offer, if you was the seller and you wouldn't take it, when you're making it as the buyer and you think, I wouldn't take that, think like that for a minute before you make an offer, right? Your buyers do not have to think like you. You have to think like your buyers. Wrong. Because here's the deal. I'm not thinking like them because I'll tell you why. I have the product. I bought the product. At one time, I was the buyer for the product. Okay? Have you thought about that? I was the buyer for the product. So now I've got the product. If you want my product, treat me like you would want to be treated and offer me a deal that you yourself might consider if you was having the roles reversed. I do not have to think like the sellers because you know what? I got over 7,000 going up to 8 here very shortly. And that's not a lot compared to a lot of people. I know a guy that had over 1 million items on it one time. He was a big old card dealer, dealt in collectible cards. I don't know if his store's still being run by his kids or whatever because he's getting old at the time and a lot of stuff. I won't go in there, but this thing of sellers have to think like buyers to a point, but buyers also have to think about sellers. At the end of the day, it's us paying the fees. At the end of the day, it's us answering to eBay and their never changing rules or ever changing rules. At the end of the day, it's us having to be responsible if the product gets to you or not. At the end of the day, if the item gets lost, it's us that has to jump through the hassles with UPS or USPS and make sure that we don't lose everything, including our original product. All right. So it goes both ways on that. Are you? Let's see. Are you going to give them a better discount than what they asked for? Probably not. Okay. Because, like I said, I myself, if I've got somebody asking for 50% off, I can't go anywhere near that unless I'm trying to liquidate items. And that has been items that we decide we're just going to penny them out, guys. That's just being honest. That's business. If they ask for 20% off, are you going to give them 25% off? Nope. Why would you? I mean, you're hearing this, right? Why would you? I mean, if you're running a 25% discount, you're doing great because take 25 minus 15, 20%, you might make 5% profit. Think about that before you offer discounts. Kathy and I have learned this over, well, it depends on which store. I started back in 1991 working for Circus World.
KB.
I worked for KB, transferred to KB because they bought us out. I've been asked to work at various stores here and there. The last little stint I did was Kmart. They asked me to come over and be toy lead, toy manager originally, and then they got rid of the position, cut me down to toy lead, and then after that, whatever, they closed up. So there you go. But anyway, I've not just done this like now. I haven't just done this on eBay. I've been in management since I was 16 years of age. Okay, I went in, took a lot of classes, took a lot of school, went to a little college, come back, ran businesses, all kinds of things. I'm not super smart, but I've had enough experience to know how to do certain things. And you just have to use common sense on this. If somebody's asking for 25%, why would you say, hey, hell with that? Why not? I give you 30%. I mean, if you do, great, but that's not the way it normally works, right? But so what's the harm in asking for more? Do you think buyers are considering that? If I ask for for too much of a discount, this is emotional. And basically he's saying, if I ask for too much of a discount, this emotional seller might block me. First and foremost, if you watch the entire of the video, I thank you for that. But secondly, I don't care. All right? I'm not that seller. But if you deal with me, all right, I'm just going to be honest. You deal with me, my store, are you wasting my time? A lot of sellers out there, and I get this all the time with my little close circle. And we do watch other videos. I'm not going to tell you channels, but we watch other videos. They'll say a few things here and there as well.
And they know who they are, and they rock, and we love them.
Yeah, and you guys probably do know who they are. But here's the deal, guys. I don't know if they're going to block you. All right? And I don't really care. That's not my position. That's not my issue. But I'm talking about people that deal with me.
Right.
And my company and my people. Some days we can have, and this is the literal fact, I've had up to 8 people working for me at one day, and then the next day you won't have that kind of customer flow or business or what have you, and you'll be down to 2 or 1, and a lot of times it'd be me, and maybe I'll have a friend come in there and just stick around because he just got off work, want to hang with me a bit and work with me a little bit. So that's fine too. I appreciate that. I enjoy it. Frankly, I love it because I get to talk to somebody. But here's the deal. If you're sending me bogus BS 50% off offers, yes, I will block you. And the reason I said that was not to be hateful, to be snarky, to be snotty, or nothing like that. Guys, I don't get one. We will get people that will give us those kind of offers all day. Every day, for literally weeks on end. And it'll be the same people. They'll never buy nothing. You'll send counter offer after counter offer after counter, and you're so far out of the park from each other, it's not even worth doing it after a while. So if you're sending me a bunch of bogus offers, yes, I will block you. I will. My wife might not, because usually she allows me to do that because, I'm a guy that at the end of the day, this is, like I said, about making money. I have to pay my bills. I have to buy inventory to refurbish, restock. I have to take time to put it up and find it when it's time to ship. And though that's not you guys out there in YouTube world's issue, if you sell, it is, but on your end. And nobody wants to block anybody. I'm going to tell you what, when I get on every morning, it's like, oh, who can I block today? No, I don't do that. But it's nonsense. And you guys, when you look at comments, for instance, on YouTube, and I talked to you about it the other day. Look over here, Jay sat there and he took time to fix his, what do you call that, Kathy? Where you have your picture. I can't even think. My mind went dead.
Okay, repeat your question.
Well, where you have your picture, like Madcaptoys, where we got our photo,
Right, your logo, image, JPEG.
Yeah, but not that.
I was busy reading, I'm sorry.
Whatever it's called, where Jay has his little picture off the side. Basically, his, oh my Lord, I can't think of the name.
Shout it out in the comments.
Yeah, well, anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about, where you have your account ID and percentage, basically. Okay. They won't even take that. They'll just have a big ass C or a big ass J right next to your name or nothing, and they don't take the time to do that. But yet they'll offer an offer on a site, and it's like, okay, they're not really being serious because they're not taking time to say, I'm here to stay, I'm here to buy, sell, trade. They're here to just see what they can get for nothing if they truly want it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get off that and get back to my real job as it was, start to list and do a few odds and ends there and here. But, hey, I want to tell you all, even Jay, hey, thanks for your comment. I do appreciate it. Not trying to attack you, but some of your point can be considered valid, but some of it, from a seller's standpoint, at least mine, isn't, because there is such a thing as too much a discount. If a seller offers it, it's one thing. Like when I offer things at 75% off, I know I'm not making money. It's clearance, okay? It's move it out so I can take that spot as basically set there dead and dry, and you're wanting to put something fresh in it that might stir some sales and create some life and activity for your store. You don't want a store that's sitting there not ever getting interaction. You want to have actions. But anyway, let me move on here. And again, like I said, wow, that video is rocking and rolling. It's up 2 VPH an hour. Thankful for that. Let's move here. Let's see, did I? Yes. Let's put Thanos. I'm going to list him today. Army Men's been delivered. Okay. Let me go grab a flashlight, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry. All right, found it. And guys, if you're a seller, I'm going to recommend to you that you always have a flashlight handy, because if you do what I do, oh my Lord, you always, I used to be able to see this as a kid years ago with no problem. Nowadays, you have to look for the date, and all this stuff matters, right? 2019 Hasbro, it all matters. And let's see here, grab the picture, put it on. Today is probably going to be mostly a Macari day.
And why is that?
Well, it's just because of the value of the items.
The value, okay. So tell me what your value is on items, Daren. What should go on eBay? What should go on Macari?
Well, and that's Kathy's voice in the back, guys. Basically, I'm going to tell you, we don't normally put anything on that's less than $10. Now, that may change when I get a bigger store again on eBay. But we have went down from, I can't remember, I think it was Anchor.
Right.
We went to the store below Anchor. Because I just basically get sick of putting out $400 a month for a store. And with the store amount I have now, I want to double check that because that really bothers me. That just don't look right. It is. It seems like it ought to be Marvel to me, but they're saying Hasbro. But, Anchor store, I believe it is, was up to $3.99 and change. At one time, I think I paid $4.50 and change, but it came down several years ago, and eBay's increased the free listing, so we went down one store level, and we'll probably have to go back up in time, because to be honest with you, we put on, and we have that much stuff to put on. I never seem to get everything put on. And I guess that's a good thing. And I am so thankful, for all you guys that are here with me today, just walking along with me, listening to me talk. 6 inches. And for you guys that's going to be listing action figures, everybody has their own way. Alexa, is Thanos from DC or Marvel?
Thanos was published by Marvel Comics.
Okay, thank you. And that's Alexa. We call her our robot.
And that was our lovely Android.
If I'm right. Alrighty, and 2019 series. Home. Character. Thanos.
You got another comment on YouTube.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You want me to read it? 'Cause it's
Sure,
part of
go
your
ahead.
subject? Can I do that,
Yeah,
guys?
go ahead.
Of course my screen just went white. Oh, white. Okay, here we go. So I want to pause over here. And it was in regards to the buyers on eBay need to make offers that they would accept themselves.
Yeah.
They said, this is from TSC Toys. They said, I agree. Some of these buyers must think we get this stuff for free. They waste your time and get mad when you say no.
Well, if you can, comment to him, say thank you for your comment. It's really appreciated. I mean, again, guys, I'm not trying to be a smartass. And I'm sorry for using that word if that offends some of you. I know it offends my mom and some of those guys, and I don't mean to. But look, there's a totally different world. It's totally different being a buyer and being a seller. I don't think a lot of true buyers that do nothing but buy grasp the concept that a seller has to do a lot to get a product in. It's not like we just sit here and it comes. You have to buy it. You have to pay for it. You have to search for it. Most of the time, you're spending gas to source. And time, guys, time is very, very important and it's precious. Because like right now, let's see, Connie. Yeah, okay, got that. Connie, Bev, you just talked to me. All right, I'll deal with you guys in a little bit. But there's a lot more involved than people understand. It's not anybody, including myself, wants to be hateful. We're not saying, hey, we look forward to blocking people. Because guys, if any of us block you, then we're not able to deal with you. And you may be a great person, but you want to be able to deal. You want to be able to make the sale. The whole idea is to close that deal, to close the deal. You can have, like me, in one day, 20-some deals out there. But if you can't close but 2, I wasted my time on the other 90%. And that's not what a seller wants. You really want to close a deal. 1995 Marvel Toy Biz. Okay. Let's see here. And for you guys at home, this is the thing. There you go. Does that mean? I don't get a call in 1,000 years and all of a sudden I get 50, right? And people, I had a friend the other day. And I consider him a friend, okay? I'm not going to tell you his name because I don't want to offend him, don't want to make him mad. I don't want him to put a video on about me, right? It's like, what the hell, Lester? I mean, it's like, I don't know, I may do it, Jim. But he's like, hey, sometimes people are too happy. But you know what, guys? You can be sad. You can be a sourpuss all day long. What's it going to do, right? I'm having a good time. I have a good time with this stuff, but I also pick on people like my sister-in-law, Lisa. Sometimes I'll take and I'll do something when we're doing business if she's around. And I'll go, do something just sort of mean to get her attention, aggravate her, and she'll do this and just look at me. She's like 4'1". I mean, come on. Oh, you've got to have fun. If you can't, man, life's a waste. All right, 95. Keep that in mind, dude. You're getting old. And by the way, for most of you guys, I am over 50. I'm not telling you how high, but I'm over. that one of the boys?
Yeah, it was more for me than anything. It was a good thing.
All right.
Insurance related.
All right. And we're looking at right at 5 inches on the thing. All right, and guys, to be honest with you, I always try to give with this. This is the thing, 1995, Toy Biz, Marvel Comics, basically the thing. Collector action figure. He's roughly 5 inches. He comes with this coat, etc., and so forth. I give everything I can on these listings, as most of you would do. I give the date. I give who made it. I give the company by which it's coming from in most instances. For instance, Marvel. You know, I could put Fantastic Four, etc., and so forth. You guys that do, especially like toys, understand that. But the more detail we can give as sellers on these products, the more likely you're going to make a sell. But the key to making sales that nobody will tell you here much on YouTube is your sourcing. Sourcing is important, precious, and the best thing you can do is keep it as confidential as possible. If you got yourself a honey hoe, don't tell everybody where your honey hoe is, because there'll be other little bears going out there eating your honey. So you just got to be careful, dude. They will be out there eating that honey. I know. I got a brother. He does that.
He pinpoints and finds it and goes, nope, that's mine. All mine. He'll run through the aisles before you even got to aisle 2.
Oh, speaking of that, and I'm not going to go on about who it is, Barry, but, you know, he's going to cuss me. But all right. I kid you not. We went to one shop. Won't tell you the shop. Well, I might. I think it's a Trader Baker's somewhere in this world, Trader Baker's. But we went there. I was gathering up my troops as it was. Said, okay, guys, you go get this. You go get this. I'll look for comics. Blah 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 blah. Setting out the directions and the attack plan, right? And everybody knows what they're supposed to do, what they're supposed to get. You know, you come to me when you're ready. Say, hey, I think I got all I got. All right. Here's the money. Here's the money. Here's the money. All right. Well, I kid you not. We get in there. We get a cart. We just start doing our little troll through, as it is. Here's my brother. Phew. I kid you not. He's speeding through there at 40 miles an hour on his, just walking real fast, trying to let on like he don't know nobody else is looking at him. You know, it's unreal. Oh my God. There's people like that. Trust me. Oh, and I'm sure, hey, if you've got anybody you know that does that, you know, you don't have to give their name or nothing. You can say brother-in-law, sister-in-law, aunt, uncle, you know, what else is there? Whatever there is, son, daughter, you know. Say they do that too. Because everybody's got their guys that try to get the finds before you, and then they'll want to sell them back to you. Ain't that right, Kat?
That's right.
All right. Size, he's roughly 5 inches. And guys, believe it or not, again, it's very important to you guys that sell action figures. And if you haven't figured out, you will. To sit there and tell people what the size of the action figure is, because you're going to have other wannabe sellers, and I say that again, somebody's going to get upset about that, but I don't care. It's true. If you don't have the product, you shouldn't take other people's product and try to sell it, even though you're going to probably buy it off that person. It's really not, to me, that's not kosher, because, you know, you're creating competition against somebody else's product that you don't even own. But, you know, you've just got do things, you know, like you would want to be done to you. Do you want somebody selling your product or not? You know, come on. Now, I got some friends like Lonnie. He'll sit there and say, I don't care who buys my product. Well, yeah, but if you have it 15 times a day and then all of a sudden, you know, you have 15 people wanting to return something because they've all bought something and they really didn't want to buy it for themselves, but they wanted to buy it for somebody else, and their buyer canceled for them, that gets to be a headache. Trust me. All right, Tastic 4. And those keywords and tags on Macari are important. And guys, for you guys that are not sellers yet, if you do list, when you list on Macari, make sure to fill in those tags. They do help. They help a lot.
Oh yes, always do that if you can. I know it can be
a headache.
No, it takes time, but the thing is, time is worth the money.
Yeah, it is. It's money, 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 and for some reason, this isn't working. Okay, it's a category. It's where it is. We're having to set up all this. Toy Biz. Every little detail that you can give is what you want to do, because you want to give your listings the advantage over your competition's listings. Now, I'll say that, and somebody, again, will get upset with me. But, guys, you're not trying to cut somebody's throat, as it was. You are trying to move your product. And at the end of the day, basically, there we go. All right, things on. Basically, you got to think about this like this is your life and death, because if you don't sell, you'll eventually go out of business. And you don't wish nobody ill. We don't wish anybody ill, but at the same time, you want to make sure you are making sales. So anything gives you a little bit of an edge, do what you can. Just be honest. That's all I would ask. Honesty is the best policy.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's see here. I'm Mr. Halo Man. Kid used to love Halo. I don't know what happened to him.
He still does.
Dad offered him the deal the other day. He's like, no! Master Chief. Well, that's not how you spell chief, but okay. Works for me. All right. Let's see here. Get his size. 5 inches. And this is the Master Chief. Basically, I'm going to have to look and see if I can find it. There's some information in writing. 2010 Jazz Wares. 2020, I'm sorry, Microsoft Jazz Wares. Alright, let's do that. Put that out there. Unfortunately, for some reason, I've only got his front half, which is sad, but I'm not going to take time because he's not that valuable of an action figure. If it was, I would take and show it all. Halo. And I have found in our 20, 30 plus years, depends on how you want to count it, right? Of listing and sales online and in stores. Details, like I just keep going on details, guys. For instance, when I'm listing the Master Chief here, it's 5 inches. That's important. Microsoft, Jazzware, year. All that is important to people that are looking for perhaps one of those things in that lineup. And a lot of people overlook putting action figures for an action figure. Well, if they look up action figures, hopefully they have a certain word in there that you've listed and posted. Otherwise, you may lose out on a sell. The word collector seems to grab a little bit of help too. So, just keep those ideas in mind. Nobody has to do nothing anybody else does, but anything that could give you an edge is very important. making sure you have a capital letter. The first of your sentence is important too. Yep, I'm not getting anywhere. And the way we set up our listings, I'm not going to show you all that right now. 5 inches. Okay, but we basically, with our listings, we'll put, for instance, here with Master Chief, we'll take and we'll say, okay, we'll give you the year, so you know which year it come from, series, grouping, whatever the case is. The series would be like, for instance, in this case, Halo. Some might say Microsoft. Some may say Halo 2, 3, Collection, whatever. Character would be basically Master Chief or Blue Squad or Red Squad or whatever the case is. And his size, basic 5 inches. These things seem innocuous at first, but the more you do this and the more questions you get and responses you get, you'd think sometimes if you left one of those little things out, somehow I can do this 1,000 times and people will find that one that I've left one of those 3 things out, and they'll think you'd think I've done something to destroy the planet. I mean, but you know, you try to do all you can to give people the info you want or they need as buyers. That's very important. Keep them happy. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if Kathy showed you a shipping video, but I seen one of our friends and the way he does his shipping. Oh my goodness. I was listening to him the other day, sort of people complaining about his shipping. And I was thinking, well, what are they griping about? And I sort of looked. I would just say to people, take time and ship the product like you want to receive it.
Right.
That's the best thing I can say. And that, I say that, you might have noticed, on about everything. You know, treat others like you want to be treated, because if you will take the time and give them the service you would want, because if I go to a store and somebody gives me good service, I'll be back. I went to one restaurant down here. All right. I do not know how long our system shut off on us, so we'll have to go through that. It does that lately a lot. I don't know. It's like it gets a little bit warm. So we'll give you a few more minutes. Go from there.
Does the camera get warm?
Yeah, it's getting warm. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know. It may be needing replaced. Who knows? You wouldn't think so. We barely use the thing. But anyway, like I said, I don't know what I was saying. Do you know what I was saying?
I'm going to let you deal with that.
All right. I had to go get some product and wham bam, my camera went off, you know, so whatever. and the problem is you don't know if the camera's gone off till you come back. That's why I like recording from off the computer.
Cool thing is, Kathy didn't touch it.
Yeah, but we're going to be listing this gentleman here. I have no clue who he is either. Oh, that's going to be exciting. Let's see here. Let me go here and do a cheat. Get it off the video. I don't feel like looking it up. By the way, for you guys, I've got a video coming out that's going to basically be showing, you know, action figures. There you are. Is that that you? Chris Jericho. Well, you don't look like Chris Jericho to me. Alright, what do I know, right?
You said it, not us.
Alright. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, we'll get back to work, right? Anyway, it looks like I'm going to be posting a 2000 Jack Pacific 7-inch Chris Jericho. I think he's went in there and had a makeover.
Hopefully a good one.
I don't know. I mean, when you don't know who you are, and I've watched wrestling for years, that's not too impressive. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's me. WWE Chris Jericho, and 99% of those are 7-inch collector action figures. And, you know, I don't usually come on here, guys, and say, now I've been doing this for 30 years, because frankly, at the end of the day, you know, nobody really cares. I mean, if it matters to you, it matters to you, and great, so be it. But, you know, what people want is, I feel most of the time, kindness, and they want quality, and they want to be treated like other people want to be treated.
That's my motto.
You like that motto, huh?
I live for that motto.
Okay, give me a reason.
Because if you constantly treat a person one way and they treat you the opposite, but they don't expect to be treated that way, then that's not fair.
Now,
right?
you're not saying that people expect to be able to just be a horse's hind end and treat everybody else like dirt, but then they expect everybody to treat them with kids' gloves. Yeah, that's
exactly.
bull crap. Yeah, that is bull roar.
You can't. It's not fair to that individual.
All right. Well, there we go. All right. Basically, guys, on the tags, for instance, and I'm going to tell you why the tags matter. And this may make him sell faster. It may not. I put, for instance, on this guy, 7-inch tall Chris Jericho, WWE, WCW, because he started back as a mid-carder in WCW. He's basically 7 inches tall, and all these little things do matter. There we go, and he's in what I would call good condition. I'm going to put him up to basically 8 ounce. I don't know if I can do that or not. I think I can. 8 ounces. I'm going to put him up there at 19. And I'm going to be happy to sell him at 12. And the reason I put him up there is because that way I can have a little bit of rundown time. Because with Macari, they want you to make offers and be willing to accept and take lower offers. That's very, very important. If you guys like this format, we're just sort of experimenting along with you. Please give us comments. And I'm going to let you go, guys, because I'm getting some company knock. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.